This episode is brought to you by the Let's Catchup podcast, hosted by Jay
and Kay.
We are a husband and wife team that tackles a different topic every single Friday,
ranging from true crime to games and everything in between.
And we have a laugh while we do it.
So if you want to catch up with us,
you can do so on all major platforms, including YouTube, Apple, and Spotify. So join us every Friday on the Let's Catch Up podcast.
Here we go. This can be our intro, since it hasn't been in our intro like this in a long time.
Ooh, this is a tight tab.
Oh. That actually fucking hurts my fingernail. Ow. All right, ready?
Oh.
I even had some spritz on that one.
That one, the light on your mic turned red. I was like, did that like break it for some reason? I think it was just so loud. I think we talked about that before.
Ooh, that tastes like dog shit. Ew.
What is that? What are you drinking? Is that an energy drink?
No, it's beer.
Okay.
It's just an IPA.
Okay.
That tastes like dog shit.
Okay.
Oh, I don't want to say the brand just in case someone likes it.
Yeah, in case they, yeah, for sure. Does it? Yeah, I was trying to think of a specific IPA, but I can't think of one.
No, it tastes like a normal IPA, but like a little bit stronger, and that's maybe a bit much for me. I like the subtle ones. That's maybe a bit too much.
It's a little too early in the year for IPAs for me.
I thought you were going to say too early in the day, and I was like,
no.
Boy, we got a problem then.
No,
real problem.
I used to not like IPAs. I think we've discussed that before, but I've recently made the transition to it. It was last year. I drank one during the summer, and I was like, "Wow, that's really refreshing."
Yeah.
So it's just like the nice weather kind of thing. I had one yesterday when we were in Cleveland, and it was okay.
It was okay.
I can't even remember I know that my roommate got one that was like a mimosa, like it was their take on a mimosa beer. And even like she didn't really like it very much. So it's just, I think it was just the timing.
Yeah. I mean, it could be. I'm kind of I'll drink it whenever type of guy, like, or like I'll eat it whenever type of guy. Like if it's 90 degrees outside, I'll eat a fucking soup. It doesn't matter. Like, give me some soup. Like, it doesn't bother me one bit. Like I'm never not like, hey, it's 90 degrees outside, I don't want soup. Doesn't matter to me.
Yeah, there's some times where I'll like tell my mom that I like want to make chili or something, and she'll just be like, "What? It's like the middle of the summer. Why would you want to do that?" Or it's the same like with like running the oven. Like I wanted to bake like a lasagna or something, and my mom will be like, "It's 90 degrees out. Why would you put your oven on?" It's like, I just wanted a lasagna.
That's absurd. That's like saying, why would you heat up anything in the oven? It's warm outside. That's so stupid.
I mean, this is also the woman that used to tell me that I should always make sure that I have half a gas tank during the winter because the gas will freeze.
I've heard that too.
Yeah.
Which, like, look, we live in Ohio, so that could be tomorrow. That like it's going to be freezing temperature. But fuck off, I don't care. Like, I'm not doing that. That's absurd. I got too many other things to remember. My own name. There's no way I'm going to be able to remember how much gas I have in my tank.
It's like I don't leave my house anymore. So other than to come here to record this podcast, and even then it's pushing it. So like I can sit with my car for like with less than half a tank. Like it probably has a quarter right now, maybe even E. There was a time whenever I was just like I was on E and I didn't leave for like 3 weeks. I didn't start my car for like a month.
That's ridiculous. Like, which I guess if you don't have to, like, it makes sense. But like, this is a really stupid question. Have you been inside and like not driven for so long, other than COVID, that like when you got into a car, you were like, oh, fuck, how do I do this
thing?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think.
Okay, that's good. I was gonna say.
I think it's a lot like riding a bike. Once you learn, you just don't remember, or you don't forget.
Yeah.
There have been times whenever I've driven my car, and this is like whenever I first started driving, and I was like running late to school. I just like pulled into my parking spot like real quick, and then I just got out of the car. Didn't put it into park. Didn't like take the keys out. Just like got out. But like, that's like the weirdest thing.
Yeah, I actually have a story about that.
Okay.
Not with a car, but with a forklift. I recently. Do not worry, I caused no damage.
Are you licensed to operate?
I am certified.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Like I had to do like the training and whatnot. So like in my company, I have had to learn how to drive a forklift.
Mm-hmm.
Driving a forklift, fucking awesome. By the way, great time. You can zip around on that bitch, and you can lift an incredible amount. It's awesome.
I'm imagining where this story is going is you're like Michael Scott, and you're in the warehouse, and you start knocking over all these shelves.
Yeah, I mean, and it's not quite that ridiculous, but there was a time that so how most forklifts work, they do not have a park feature. Okay, they have an emergency brake. Okay. And then they also have a neutral, which would be considered your park. So obviously,
isn't that how like manual cars are too? They don't really have a genuine park. They just have an e-brake.
No, they have a park.
Oh, they do?
Pretty
it's
sure
been a long time since I've been in a manual car.
I mean, they also do have an e-brake, yes, but I believe they do have a park. But so I was loading up a van that we use, and there's a certain like opening you can have on this van, like so you can only stack stuff so high. We had something stacked too high, and I was like, fucking great, awesome. So I'm the only one doing it because only one person can, obviously be on the forklift. Everyone else is inside, whatever. So I see that it's like hitting the top, and I'm like, God damn, I'm like, can I like angle it? So I'm like, like trying to like figure out some fucking angle that I can fit in there. It's not working. I'm just smashing shit. So I'm like, all right, this is ridiculous. I'm gonna have to like down stack it. So I back up the forklift a little bit, and I hop off the forklift, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to down stack this. As I hop off, I just see the forklift just slowly starting to move forward towards the van. And I'm like, and so I hurry up and hop back on top of it, like smash the brake in so hard, and then put it in neutral and put on the emergency brake. And ever since then, I've never ever not used the emergency brake. Yeah, every single time I use it, because that bitch almost slammed into that van. It wouldn't have gotten like any damage because it was pretty close to it anyway, and it wasn't like it was going like fucking Mach speed.
I mean, I've seen what a forklift can do to like cars though. Like, I don't know how fast you have to go to like pierce the metal, but
not fast.
Yeah, right.
Not fast
like,
at all, I'm sure.
Like you're saying, like it wouldn't have done any damage, but like in a different world, that may have just like pierced straight through.
The only thing that it would have done was I had the pallet already like somewhat on the ground. It would have literally just put like all like the toilet paper or whatever I was delivering into the back of the van.
It wasn't like you had just like those metal.
No, I didn't have the blades. Okay. I had something already attached to it, so it would just like hit the product.
Okay.
But still, it was like 2 inches or so from the van, so it would have been
2 inches.
Fine.
Wow.
Yeah, dude, I'm a master off. Okay, but like it would have been fine. But since then, like I've never not used the emergency brake on that because it was close.
Well, how far into working there at this new job were you when this happened?
I don't know if I wanted to disclose that information.
But ever since that, like you've been in a forklift after that.
Yes, I have no major damage on there.
Well,
knock on wood. No major damage.
So
I have knocked something over before, but Nothing crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll take that as
no shelves being knocked over. Zero. We're talking like just a random number here. 10 days since nonsense has happened in this warehouse.
That's a large number. 10 days. I don't know why you would hit me with such a large number right off the rip, but I'll take a drink to that.
Okay. All right. And
nothing crazy. We have cameras on the place. That's fine.
Yeah. So they'd be able to tell unless you. Yeah. I was gonna try to make a joke back to the shitting Messiah, but
the shitting Messiah.
Yeah, the guy on the toilet that was like had his legs all the way underneath the.
Oh,
how are you already forgetting,
dude? My brain, my brain.
It's just so like that was last week.
It does not matter, dude. Today, I kid you, my memory's so shit. Today, we went to a building.
Mm-hmm.
Building A, we'll call it. Okay? Building A. You remember Building A?
Yeah.
Building A. We go there all the fucking time. It's Building A. Come on. One of the major places we go to is Building A. So
Building C.
So we go back to the warehouse. We have stuff packed for Building C, Building D, and Building A. Okay? I get told what stuff needs to get packed in there. I'm like, got it. Absolutely. In my head, I go, what's Building A? I shit you not, Andy. Within an 2 hour span, we went to the building and they said, hey, we're going to go to Building A. And I said, I know exactly where that's at. Let's do it. Went there, figured out our shit, came back, had some lunch. And he said, hey, we're going to go to Building A. And I said, sounds good. The fuck is Building A? I've never been to Building A in my life. This is made up. I've never been there before. I had to look it up on Google.
Oh my
and then
God.
I was like, I'm a fucking idiot. I've definitely been to Building A before.
I'm talking I'm giving you a lot of credit, and I'm thinking like, why wouldn't you forget, or why would you forget the Messiah? But there was definitely a moment when I was in Cleveland this week, and I thought, he's probably waiting for me to come over for the podcast today, because we normally record on Wednesday and today's Thursday. There was definitely a minute where I was like, I wonder if he remembered. And I can't remember if I texted you and I said like, hey, we're going to do this tomorrow or something.
No. So you motherfucker, you sent me a text. You sent me a text on Monday or a Tuesday. And you said,
Monday. I remember.
Made it even more confusing.
Okay.
Because you said, hey, I figure we're not going to do the podcast today. Do you want to shoot for Thursday? And in my head, I went, well, no fucking duh, we're not doing it today. We never do it on Monday. What is this idiot talking about? And I said, sure, I don't care. We can do it on Thursday. And then when Wednesday rolled around, I was like, why the fuck are we not doing this today? Like, I was so confused. I was like, on a Monday, you said, hey, I know we're not doing this today.
Yeah, on last Wednesday when we recorded, I said, hey, we're going to be in Cleveland on Wednesday. We can either do the podcast on Monday or Thursday. And I said, we probably aren't going to do it on Monday, but I'll check in again. Yeah, there we go.
Nope.
Yep.
Nope. I don't think we ever had this conversation.
Okay.
Did we?
We did, because we were also talking about my cat and your vacation, because I need someone to watch my cat. I have the receipts, Isaac.
I have the receipts. I like to hear this audio.
Okay.
I would like to hear this audio.
I don't think we have that audio.
Damn right. Damn right. I would win in a court of law. Just fucking saying.
That's all hearsay.
It's all hearsay. Yeah. All right, Andy, I've diverged this long enough. You had something that you wanted to talk about, which is not common. Like most of the time we don't know what the fuck we're talking about.
Yeah.
This time, a peek behind the curtains. You knew what we were talking about.
Yeah. Most of the time, whenever I say, the few times that I have said I have something to talk about, I get worried because I feel like it's not going to be as much of a banger. This just kind of fell into my lap, and I'm not going to go through it in the way I thought of it in my head. I'm going to go into it in a much more organized way, I guess. So the first question I'm going to ask you is, how do you think condoms are tested?
Ooh, that's a great question.
Or whenever like someone was first creating the condom, how do you think they test it? Because now like they must just like pour some water in it or whatever.
How they tested it or how they like made it?
No, because I mean, like the whole making of it was all just like they used like the skin of like a lamb or something.
Yeah,
yeah.
I thought it was like lamb intestine or something.
Yes,
wild.
yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
So how they used to test it?
Mm-hmm.
That's easy. They didn't. They didn't give a fuck. They said, wrap your cock in this and you won't get somebody pregnant. That's all they did. They did not give a fuck.
Wait, yeah, sure. When they first started,
yeah,
I'm sure.
And then when people were like, no, we should probably actually test these things,
Mm-hmm.
or like these things don't actually work. They're like, hey, maybe we should start testing these things.
Mm-hmm.
How they test them now?
I'm curious if it was like because it's what, like 99.8% effective.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if they did like 10. They had to have done more than that. Like they like opened up 10 and then they like poured like water in or like something thicker,
Mm-hmm.
and to see how it held, and then like 0.2 like it like dribbled out or something.
I think they use like Elmer's glue or like milk.
Okay.
With like
I think
with food coloring in it.
Yeah. I mean, do you need food coloring with milk though?
Absolutely.
All right. Fine.
Yeah, absolutely. You need to see.
That's true.
Yeah,
Okay.
you need to see if it's something's pouring out of it. But I would imagine they have some sort of jackhammer device that's just fiddling those things. You know what I mean?
I thought of it as a really funny, like how the like two scientists started working on this, and like I'm putting this in the perspective of like a man figured this out, or a man started to do the testing, but he had like a woman with him to like as his partner.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking like the guy's sitting there, he's like, well, we made these condoms and we need to
we need to test them out.
He's like, we need to make sure that they work. We like, why don't we have sex and we'll see how this works.
The best part about it is if they're doing different, like we'll call them different flavors, like fire and ice, or like the hot and cold one. They're like, look, this is either going to give me a horrible like burn, or this is going to feel great.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
and they were just like, oh, this is great.
I mean,
no, this is giving me a rash. This is awful. Yeah, this is actually this is a medical burn right now.
Well, and I didn't even think about it in that kind of perspective. Like there had to have been people that tested it like this. Do you think like that's where the porn industry comes into play? Like where they're like, all right, well the porn industry exists. Why don't we? I mean, they're not like, we're not going down a rabbit hole of porn.
No, we are.
But
No.
Hold on.
Yeah.
The whole, my thought process was like, they do this, they test it, they have the sex, and then they finish, and then the woman's just like, well, couldn't we have just like poured water in this or something? And then the guy's just like, no, we need to get like concrete evidence, like needed to make sure that this worked.
That would be a guy thing. They're like, no. It's like just a whole company run by dudes. They're like, no, they can't test it like that. Are you kidding me?
Never would have worked.
We need the female.
Yeah,
that's how this works.
We need the physical evidence.
I mean, that is a great question though. If they were like, look, the best way we're going to test this is if we just have two people fucking going at it.
And then my roommate had the thought. She's like, well, it was probably like they probably tested it on dogs, and I was like, interesting thought.
What? Why was that a thought?
That's what she. Well, and then you have to think like, do you mean like they fucked dogs or two dogs fucked? But my thought, like, this is where the whole like thought process to like actual like why I'm like changing it up a little bit. My first thought was, do people make condoms for dogs? And that's where,
oh my god,
that's where we lead to what you thought.
No,
was,
I don't want to lead into this. I don't know where we're going to this.
You thought was a dog food commercial or some sort.
Andy, I don't think this is right. I think we're gonna get fucking put on some sort of watch list.
It's
dude.
nothing. It's nothing bad. It's a website. The first of all, and I'll put this in like on like either the thumbnail or like in the YouTube channel or something. Look at this dog. This dog looks geriatric. Like it looks like an old woman.
It's a cute dog.
It looks like
Ew!
like,
I just read what it said.
it says.
What the fuck?
Have you talked to your cat about sex? So it's not even talking about dogs at this point, because you maybe should. In fact, the SPCA of San Francisco thinks you should stock up on pet condoms before Fluffy goes into heat.
Who the fuck's the SPCA?
I didn't go that far into my looking into this. The organization launched petcondoms.org to make sure you put a rubber on Rover. Spread awareness about spaying and neutering. Alas, pet condoms are not actually... And then it cuts off because I took a screenshot. But this is a real thing that I found, because this was where the conversation between me and my roommate went. I'm not really sure where this came from, though. This is the next, of course, the next like course of events that happened in this conversation. This is from Quora, like the question, like QUORA, like the question thing. It's like Ask Jeeves, you know?
Jesus Christ. Yeah, what a fucking callback. Okay, yeah. Now I hate that I know that, but yeah, go ahead.
Well, you're gonna hate this question. Wait a minute. No. You wait a fucking sec. No. What we were just, Andy, we were gonna be on a watch list. What you were just talking about to now. But I heard the sentence, Andy. I heard the words. What if and we were just talking about animals for a second before on the about animal condoms, Andy. We're going to be put on a watch list. If I had anal sex with a dog, can I catch something? If so, can this be transmitted? And
why is somebody asking this?
Right. Okay. And then this is 10 months ago that someone replied. I don't know when someone posted this, but the reply: human STDs cannot be passed from or from dogs, and dog sexual diseases.
Oh, thank God I didn't see that reply.
Cannot be contracted by humans. They only infect and transmit with the same species. Also, I don't know which direction you're asking about, but as for me, I love having a dog do me anally. The feeling of the knotted cocks. The feeling of its cum in me as after they nut. You can actually feel it partially because it's warmer than the human body temperature.
We can't put this online. What is going on? What?
So, okay, we if we can't put this online, then this person putting their literal name on the comment from 10 months ago.
Excuse me? RW? What?
RW? Keeps...
What? Oh no, our Bigfoot. Yo, what the fuck is wrong with people?
Yeah, so...
I hate people.
That was the... I don't know how we went from... I think the whole... like pet I can't even remember how I started the conversation with my roommate about it. I think it was just like, it was because her dog is in heat right now, and I was thinking like, can you put a condom on a dog to keep it from getting another dog pregnant? And the natural order of things led us down to the looking up if pet condoms exist, and then it went into the whole like how condoms were tested. And then unfortunately we had to find that. It also it leads me to another thing. Let me see if I still have this website up. The website is perfectly fine. It's legal. It's
It's not no sort of like, black market, sort of thing.
Which I'm surprised that it led us down to this this path here, but a certain university that we live near, you can all make your inferences and ideas of what college it is, but they have a condom club. And there's a website for it.
No, hold on. Is this for people who don't want to have sex or something, or? No,
this is like if you want to have like protected sex, like you just you go to, let's see what it says here. What is the Condom Club? The Condom Club is a service available at blank university. I feel like we don't need to blank out that, but I'm going to anyway. Members of the Condom Club can save money on condoms and other barrier methods. There's up to 25 condoms for $5 each day. So I'm curious what that is.
Hold on, you can get 25 condoms a day from this club?
I guess, and $5. I don't really know. I haven't bought condoms in a while.
Why is that, Andy?
No reason. I'm a virgin. That's why. I'm just gonna make it known. If you look at this picture, and I mean, we can share this as well. These blue condoms here, and if you've ever bought condoms,
we'll have to put the video up, or we'll have to put the image.
Yeah, if you've ever bought that specific one, you'll know that they're very small, and you don't know that until you put it on.
Are they fucking Trojan minis? What is this?
I think so. I don't really know, but of course, college. I think Kent State did this too. Back when we went there, they used to have condoms at the health and wellness center. You can go and get them, and of course they gave out the shittiest ones. But he
gave out the shittiest ones so people would get pregnant.
Oh sure, yeah. I mean, they're we'll give you condoms.
What a bunch of fucking nerds going to a condom club. Shut the fuck up.
Well, yeah, you got to think who are the people that are using this? What are what's
the people? I tell you what, right now, Andy. The people going to the condom clubs, they're not using the condoms. I'll tell you that right now. I'm sorry if that's cruel, but shut the fuck up. Don't go to a condom club. Go to a bar instead.
There's a quiz, and I don't know how to take it because I think I need to go to this school. However, my roommate is technically enrolled, so. I'm just thinking about this now. I could use her ID for the college and set this up.
Are they trying to ask you what condom is preferred for you?
Yeah, I don't know. But there's definitely. Oh, I just remember.
Do you prefer a snug fit? Do you prefer a more glided fit?
There's different PDFs here. There's do's and don'ts.
Why?
How to use a dental dam for oral sex.
What the fuck?
And then they make
why? Why is that a picture for people who cannot see and who's just listening? It's a picture of cutting the tip of the condom and cutting the base of the condom. What the fuck is this for?
It's
Oh, okay. Oh my God.
Oh, I didn't even realize that. Yeah. Okay, so you're actually cutting. That's how you're making the dental dam. They don't even sell a dental dam.
This might be the dumbest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. Oh my God.
I've been wanting to show this to you for a long time because she showed it to me and I thought, well, this is hilarious. I need to look more into this. Let's see what have you heard of the female condom?
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's even weirder. We'll continue to share
Oh
these.
my God. Andy, why are you showing me all these images, dude? Oh my God.
Because of how detail oriented they are.
This is taking me back to fucking health class in high school.
That's
not even high school actually. We got showed this shit in elementary school.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's funny because I think we can be done with that. When I was in high school or elementary school, I got shown the male video when I was in 5th grade, and then in 6th grade we swapped. So then I got to see the woman video.
Dude, that's rad. I only got to see the male one. The fuck?
I don't remember it ever like giving. I don't remember anything from it. And then the same with like in health class in high school. I don't remember anything from that either. I think it was talking about using condoms and sex. And I think there was like, it was always the gym teacher that taught it. So he was uncomfortable standing up there and he's like, all right, guys, I guess I got to teach you like to use a condom when you have sex.
We watched it in the music room. We watched it in the music room and they didn't teach us anything about condoms. They just talked to us about jerking off.
I don't think I've ever had a conversation with anyone about jerking off.
No, I mean, they were pretty much just talking about the actual like kablooey that you do like when you jerk off.
Like the aftermath?
Yeah, pretty much.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, dude. We just watched a video about pretty much people coming.
What?
Yeah.
What?
As simple as that. I mean, obviously it was about like, I can't even say that.
Say it.
No, motherfucker. What? Well, this has never happened before. It's because we're wearing our headphones.
Yeah.
Which is the first time we're doing this, by the way.
I feel much more professional and as we're talking about
I've actually been able to
condoms.
I've actually been able to stay more on track.
With the headphones?
With the headphones, yes.
I wonder what that's about.
I think it's because it's just your voice is clearer in my head. And so it's able to keep me more on track because if not, I'm thinking about just literally anything and everything.
That's a fair point. But for me, there was a moment where you were telling your story about the forklift and I was completely out of it. I was not there. And
so it's an opposite for us. Yeah. So what that means is I need to keep the headset on and you need to take them off and like you can leave one undone so you can I
don't know what it was. I was just like I was looking at you and you were talking about the forklift and I was just like thinking about I won't go into it, but like I was thinking about like something that we have to do after this and and I thought, oh my God, what are we going to do for that? And what are we going to talk about? Oh my God, I need to listen to Isaac. He's like halfway through this forklift story.
Welcome to my fucking world, dude. That's literally every single conversation I have ever.
This is every time I step foot in the shower.
That's what you do?
I think about the friendship and stupidity, yeah. Every time I take a shower, like that's the first thing that comes to mind.
My brain goes to too many places, so I do not think about it.
I mean, it's...
I don't want this to sound bad. I don't think about the podcast until I think about the podcast. Like whenever I have something for the podcast, I'm like, oh, I got it.
Yeah, I have noticed that. Like you don't like talk about it throughout. Like neither of us really talk about it throughout the week. But there are moments where you text me and you're like, you just like you go full send. You're just like, I want to do this. I want to do this. Like, what if we do this sort of content? It's like, okay, this is awesome. Where was this like a couple days ago? And then you'll say like, I have this banger of a story too. I'm like, oh my God.
It's just like I can't like the way my brain works. It's just I don't know how to describe it. Like I will literally just be sitting there and something will happen and I'll be like, that's it. If we don't fucking do this, my brain's gonna explode. Like I have to write it down right now.
It's like a brain dump. You're just like if I don't write this down, I will forget it in a second. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I understand that.
Yeah, but like other than that, like you were texting me today, like, like, hey, you ready to do the podcast? And I was pretty busy at work, but like I was just like, yeah, I was giving like very simple responses, but I just like that's how my brain works. I'm like, we're doing it.
It's always like it makes me feel shitty because it's like I text you and I say like, hey, you ready for this? And he's like, yeah, I think I'm good. And I'm thinking like, oh man, he's not excited about it anymore. And then we get here and then we get into it. It's like, and it's a vicious cycle every single week. It's like, oh my God, I feel so like am I the inconvenience here? Like, am I making him feel bad that like I'm coming over to his apartment every single week?
No, it's literally like, it's just how my brain works.
But it's like, it's the problem of like, I think about that every single week. It's not like it doesn't it just resets. It's not like Andy, stop thinking like this. Like you had fun last week. Like what's going on?
Yeah, I mean every time we do this, which we've veered off from what we were talking about, which thank God, by the way. They want to talk about fucking learning about cum in elementary school, but like, why? That's pretty much what we were talking about. That's what we were talking about.
I know, but just cum in elementary school should not be in the same sentence.
It really shouldn't. Like, why are they teaching it that young?
Yeah. That there's got to be something wrong with like school curriculum.
Which actually, you know what? I kind of do want to go back to that because I think it's kind of bullshit that the guys got the music room and the girls got the fucking gym class. Like they got the whole entire thing. Like, I think that's a bit absurd.
Yeah, I feel like
we're just guys living in a girl's world.
I think guys should be as far away from each other as possible because like you're watching that and like it's like, I mean, how old are they? Like they're in high school, middle school. They're gonna pop off, like, and you don't want them next to each other, you know.
Guys just sync up.
Yeah,
with boner. I can't even get it. Guys just after a while, you know, they sync up with other guys' boners. So when you see somebody walking down the hallway with like books on their crotch, like it's immediate like, oh my God, I have one. And then like they have to start doing it. I mean, it's a book fiasco. It's a wonder that book covers don't get fucking destroyed in high school, in middle school.
It's like the whole like you're worried about getting piss on your khakis when middle schoolers are worried about getting cum on their book covers.
Dude, I'll tell you what. Since we talked about last week, I mean, I thought about it. I have had no fear about getting piss on my khakis.
You want to hear something?
Did you get piss on your khakis?
No, I got piss on my jersey.
No.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yep.
How? Do you care about how you tell it?
No, I mean, I was taking a piss and...
Were you standing?
I was.
Yes.
And it would have been avoided if I was sitting.
Oh, my fuck.
I was... And it's a bigger jersey because I was wearing a sweatshirt underneath of it. I, like, had it pulled up and just, like, let go.
Oh, you let go of the underwear.
No, I mean, I had my underwear down to my ankles for sure. Like, it was loose.
Andy.
And
no. Nope. We're not going any further. Andy. I'm going to ask you a series of questions. Sorry. Were you at a basketball game?
No, this is before. I mean, I did go to the basketball game. Yes.
Okay. When did you get pissed on your jersey?
Before.
Okay, that makes it much better. I was going to say, my next follow-up question, did you have to take a piss at the stadium?
No.
Fuck. Okay, I was going to say, were you going to put your pants all the way down to your ankle?
No, I wouldn't do that. But I will say, like, I do commend this. I will do this every single time. If I have to go take a piss and there's only like, if the urinals are like 1 to 5 and someone's at 1 and 3, I will go at 4. I don't give a shit. I don't care about someone looking over. Like, if I see someone looking at my cock, then that's their problem. It's not mine.
It really is their problem, though, right? Like, why are you looking at it?
Yeah.
Like, why are you scanning?
Yeah. Why are you scanning?
Why are you scanning?
I think part of the problem is if I was doing that at the stadium, I think it would be more so someone's looking over at me because I'm a Celtics fan at a Cavs game.
Yeah,
and let me tell you, we won't go into it because we're already like pretty long into this episode.
Yes, that we are.
The amount of people that just would look at me and like be disgusted with me being a Celtics fan in their stadium was just like, it was awful. Yeah. And like there was one person in particular that sat in front of us who just like was the biggest dickhead. And I hope he's listening to it because he just like got so pissed at an old guy who like was trying to get to his seat, like so he's like shuffling like through. He just like looked at his friend and he just like rolled his eyes and like he looked so pissed. And then at the end of the game, the Cavs won. Unfortunately, I didn't want to really talk about it because I'm so pretty bitter about it. But he like they were going on a run and he looked back at me and he just like had the biggest stink eye on his face, and I was like, dude, what do you want from me? It's a game. Like they're playing. Like let them play.
Andy, I'm gonna make this proposition now on the podcast.
Okay.
So it's recorded. What we should do, because I just had this realization. You like Celtics, Boston team. My favorite baseball team, baseball guy, Boston Red Sox.
Yes.
I think what we should do, I think we should go to Boston for like a weekend.
I love this idea.
And I think we need to experience a Celtics game in Boston.
And
I've experienced a Boston game in Boston. Mm-hmm. Best experience of my life.
Yeah.
You need to experience a Boston game in Boston.
I'm getting chills, dude. Like that's the best idea ever.
And I know I'm probably going to regret saying this on the podcast because now it's recorded, and now I'm going to have to like front the bill for it.
I would not make you do that.
Well, no. I'm not saying for everything. Jesus Christ. But I'm saying like I'm going to have to go through it.
Oh, yeah. Like you'll have to pay your ways. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. I ain't paying for everybody. Unless people online want to pay for it.
Yeah. Yeah, this is it. This is the GoFundMe that we've been looking for.
A Columbus podcast wanting to go to Boston. But, at the same time, just saying. Yeah, we definitely need to do that.
All right. Well, you hear it. You heard it.
you done heard it yourself, boy. No, go ahead, Danny.
You heard it here first. I guess that's the outro. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Mm-hmm. We'll see you in the next episode. We're bringing some new shit your way here sometime soon, so keep an eye out on definitely the YouTube, but
some hot corn-fed shit. Yep.
Definitely on YouTube, maybe on Instagram. But yeah.